The following broadcast is brought to you by the Colleen Cregan Media Studio, headquarters of Lowell Educational Television. Visit us on the web at let22.org. By the Live Video Production Team, a Lowell High School program dedicated to preparing students for a career in live video production. With hands-on training in the latest broadcast and streaming technologies, this after-school program offers a chance to work alongside industry professionals on live broadcasts of events like these. And by
Cork Auto Dealers is an award-winning group of dealerships with numerous facilities located throughout Massachusetts and southern New Hampshire. Our mission is to provide excellent automotive services, equal and fair employment opportunities, and a commitment to provide funding for education, youth athletic programs, and other philanthropic outreach efforts that endeavor to enrich the lives of those within our communities. To learn more about Cork Auto Dealers, we invite you to visit us at www.corkcars.com and let Cork work for you. Cork Auto Dealers is a proud sponsor of the live video production team at Lowell High School.
Graduates, dignitaries, and school officials to take their seats. Welcome to the class of 2021. Welcome. Welcome to the 2021 graduation ceremony for D House and C House at Lowell High School. It's great to have you, and we will get this in. We will get this in. We're Lowell High School, and we're resilient. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remain standing for the presentation of our nation's colors and the singing of our national anthem by Bronte Ryan Andrews.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Thank you. Good evening. I'm Michael Fiato, head of school. And at this time, I'd like to introduce our distinguished guest, and would also ask that you'll hold your applause until the end. From the school committee, Honorable John Leahy, Mayor and Chairperson. Andrew Dakota, Vice Chairperson. Hillary Clark, Mike Dillon Jr., Jackie Doherty, Dominic Lay, and Connie Martin. The school committee. And now our Lowell Public Schools Administration. Dr. Joel Boyd, Superintendent of Schools. Robin Desmond, Chief Academic Officer. Billy Joe Turner, Chief Financial Officer. Latifa Phillips, Chief Equity and Engagement Officer. Dr. James Hall, Chief Operating Officer. Dr. Linus Guillory, Chief Schools Officer. Megan O'Laughlin, Principal of the Career Academy. Maria Vehar, Dean of C House. And Tim O'Keefe, Dean of C House. Our administration. It is with great pleasure that we can mention the great work done by our senior class officers this year. Our President, Princess Henna Wilson. Vice President, Emmanuel Wapo. Secretary, Jeffrey Donqua. Treasurer, Ehud Enagre. Senator Diomari Rodriguez. Senior class officers, thank you for your hard work this year. We are very proud of the tradition that the Carney Medal brings, and we'd like to introduce the Carney medalists. Timothy Nguyen, Diogo Oliveira de Souza, Luis Raul Raudales, Alice Wang, Audrey de Souza, and Arlene Teta Larty, the Carney medalists. At this time, I would like to ask our teachers, administrators, and all the support staff at Lowell High School to stand and be recognized. Our teachers, administrators, and support staff. Our graduates are here today in part due to the efforts of our teachers, administrators, and support staff, who are some of the finest in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and I'll say the entire country. I present to you the teachers, administrators, and support staff of Lowell High School. I would also like to recognize our parent organization, Friends of Lowell High, and our school site council for all of their hard work and support this year. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the commencement exercise for the Lowell High School class of 2021. This ceremony is presented by the Lowell School Committee, the Lowell School Department, and Lowell High School to acknowledge the academic achievement and successful completion of the secondary educations of the students seated before you today. This is a very important time in the lives of these students, and we appreciate your presence here this evening for this very special event. Before we continue with our program, I would like to ask everyone to stand for a moment of silence in memory of the loved ones who have passed away or who are not able to be with us this evening. Within the Lowell High School community, we remember members of the class of 2021. Anna Aslanian, Francine Alexandre, and Gabriel Cuevas. Thank you. Please be seated. I was asked to write a speech, and I was told by several members of my team that it had to be brief. So I will make it brief, but I didn't want to leave you without saying a few words. Dear class of 2021, we're all aware of what challenges, unusual and unpredictable senior year you had all experienced. Your last year and a half as a high school student was surely not something you would have prepared for or even imagined when you walked into the freshman academy if you joined us when you were a freshman. What makes things even more bizarre and unusual is that you're listening to and looking at your head of school, who perhaps you're seeing for the first time in person. Even though we were not together in person, I've been following your progress, and I can tell you how proud, honored, and humbled I really am to be here today to congratulate you on your accomplishment. The incredible, remarkable, and inspiring result of your journey is that you figured out how to navigate all the pandemic-related obstacles in addition to the challenges of being a high school student and make it across the finish line to your graduation. We're extremely proud. Behind your success, there are many people who have worked directly with you and behind the scenes to support you in your journey. Thank you to your parents and family members for adjusting to remote learning and figuring out a way to make that work. Thank you to the teachers who had to figure out really quickly how to take their lesson plans and convert them into an online format. And then after getting used to Zooming and Google Meeting with you remotely, trying to figure out how to teach concurrently or simultaneously, both in person and remote at the same time. Thank you to our custodians for keeping the school safe, healthy, and clean, our counselors, social workers, and clerks, and other support staff for rising to the challenge of supporting our students in a remote and in-person setting. Thanks to our administrators for the dedication and continued support of our students and staff, and for helping me to adjust to my first year here at Lowell High School. Finally, thank you to our graduation team. Especially, I cannot go without thanking Sue Francisco, who has unlimited energy, enthusiasm, and just knows how to get things done. Tom Thornton, our student activities director, and Brian Wilkins for figuring out how to get this scoreboard working along with our city officials. Thank you, everyone. Finally, this year has taught us that it's important to be able to, if I have to say this word one more time, I don't know what will happen, but to pivot, adjust, and adapt to all the challenges that life brings us. The class of 2021 is going to go down in history for graduating from high school in the midst of a global pandemic. What this year has prepared you for will most certainly prepare you for any challenge you face, any obstacle you encounter, and any problem that you can solve. Congratulations to the class of 2021. We're all very proud of you. Thank you. Please note that in your program, there's a designation for our National Honor Society members. We wanted to note that. And at this time, I would like all students who are entering military service to please stand and allow us to show our gratitude towards you for your future service to our country. Thank you. This certainly has been an interesting year, and I'm pleased to introduce that this year, valedictorians, well, we have two. Alice Wang and Timothy Nguyen. We believe that this is the first time in our 190-year history that two students have the exact same GPA up to the 4th decimal point. We ask that you turn your attention to the big screen to hear from one of our valedictorians, Valedictorian Timothy Nguyen.
Good evening, everyone. To my fellow graduates, you may or may not know me. Hello, I'm Timothy. Nice to meet you. As I wrote this speech, I couldn't help but think about what you would think. A pre-recorded speech that lasts a mere 3 minutes? Would you even listen? Or would you sneak on your phone, watch that funny TikTok, take those Snapchat selfies, snicker with your friends? Or would you yawn, slouching on your chair, leaving my words to amount to nothing? Or maybe you join me in taking these 3 minutes to think back on the memories we've made these last 4 years. One memory of mine comes from my freshman year. My world history teacher, Mr. Gallagher, sauntered around the classroom, curious to hear how we first did in our first semester at Lowell High School. He heard my GPA and he told me, "Timothy, when you become valedictorian, don't forget to mention me in your speech." So, Mr. Gallagher, this is for you. At least you will be listening. Maybe. In freshman year, they told us high school would fly by, but they never said it would zoom. That may be the most overrated joke of the year. I know. Along this journey, I've had an amazing support system. And I'd like to say thank you. Thank you to my parents, my brother, my aunt, my uncle, and my friends for always supporting me and pushing me to give 110% effort. I would like to also thank our teachers, club advisors, house deans, guidance counselors, janitors, clerks, nurses, lunch workers, and all of the Lowell Public School staff for all of their help throughout the years. And a special shout out to Photomath, Quizlet, and arguably, most importantly, my TikTok For You page. My fellow graduates, I am sure you all have important people who you are also grateful for. Please join me in giving a big round of applause to everyone who helped us meet those 11:59 deadlines. You may be shocked to hear that I didn't speak a word until I was 4 years old. I was tutored for many years before I learned the foundational skills in speaking. My story is living proof that things change, that hard work pays off, and that problems can be overcome. I hope you will use your own voice to advocate and speak for yourself. We are fortunate to have our voices. We can't be afraid to use them in this world. Use what you have learned at Lowell High School from your teachers and fellow students to strengthen your voice and speak with confidence. Even if people don't care to listen, you matter, your opinions matter, and your feelings matter. To the class of 2021, thank you for taking me along this incredible journey. These past 4 years have been nothing like Troy and Gabriella said it would be, but we're at the end. Still holding out hope for High School Musical 3 dance out though. Now that we're graduating, we're about to go into the real world. As the Backyardigans would say, we're going into the thick of it. I hope you will advocate for yourself, for your community, and for all of the things that are important to you. No matter what obstacles are thrown at you, telling you to not do something, remember to always take every opportunity into your hands, because as Tony Robbins once said, the only impossible journey is the one you never begin. Thank you.
Excellent job, Timothy. It is now my pleasure to introduce the president of the senior class, Princess Hannah Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Lowell High School Class of 2021 graduation ceremony. To begin, I would like to welcome and thank those that have helped us all get to this moment. Family, friends, teachers, guidance counselors, deans, the head of school, and staff members. Most importantly, welcome to your big day, Class of 2021. We did it. We made it to graduation. I'll admit it, when I was first told that I would be writing this speech, I did what I was used to doing. I tried to appeal to others and what they might like to hear. But if there's one thing that high school, especially Lowell High, taught me, is to be myself. On this special day, we honor the unique stories and experiences that make up our unified class. Coming into high school, I wanted to be accepted, not by just my friends and classmates, but by my teachers, my mother, my family, you know what, basically everyone. But as the days and weeks went on, I realized I was working myself more than I needed to. Nobody was critiquing everything I did except for me. Yeah, probably like 3 people saw me trip over my Crocs in the tunnel, but I just tell myself that they know how Crocs are. You're guaranteed to trip at least twice. Everyone trips. We make mistakes. That is part of high school and part of growing up. It's life. Our mistakes do not define us, but instead shape us to be who we are. Tonight is a night to celebrate those mistakes. I spent the past 4 years discovering myself, and along the way, I got to see many of you doing the same thing. When I look at you guys now, I see a bunch of kids eager to leave here today and show off their diplomas. But I also see how far we have all come. And may I say, you guys have gotten far. Some of us learned that we like to style our clothes a certain way, or we learned that we like a certain genre of music. Some of us learned who our real friends are, and some of us learned how to appreciate old friendships. Some of us learned that we have the power to make a difference even though we're young, and some of us learned that we have the ability to take control and lead a cause. I know how hard school has been for us since March 13th, 2020, but your presence here today is evidence of your hard work and determination. Something that we would never imagine could happen to us, happened to us. Something that seemed like fiction became our reality. Today we celebrate the ability to survive the unthinkable. I think we can all agree that the possibilities ahead of us are endless. You are both the author and the main character of your story. Find what you love and care about. Find a cause to fight for. You have the ability to both experience life and make history as you experience it. As you leave here tonight, I hope you realize how much there is to celebrate. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Thank you very much, Class President. At this time, we'll recognize our Carney medalists. The Carney medals were established in 1859 by James Carney to be presented to the top 3 female and the top 3 male scholars in the graduating class. The equal recognition of female and male scholars was ahead of its time, and in its 167th year, it remains a proud tradition. As you know, we have 2 ceremonies today, so I'll be sharing information about the Carney medalists who are members of the houses being recognized at this ceremony. You can find the complete bios of all of our Carney medalists in our program. Please stand to be recognized when I call your name. In the C House, we have Audrey D'Souza. Audrey is the daughter of Heather and Lenny D'Souza. She attended the Wang Middle School prior to Lowell High. Audrey will be attending Mount Holyoke College, majoring in the field of STEM. Congratulations. Luis Raul Raudales. Luis is the son of Luis Enrique Raudales and Luisa Margarita Rodriguez. Luis attended Dr. Ann Wang Middle School. Luis will be attending Middlesex Community College as part of the Early College Promise program in the fall to major in business administration with the future employment plans of becoming the general manager at his family's company, Cafe Solar. Congratulations, Luis. It is my pleasure to welcome the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Joel Boyd, for a message.
Congratulations, class of 2021. As COVID-19 restrictions continue to be lifted and our community progresses toward a greater sense of normalcy, I'm excited that we are able to celebrate this momentous occasion together in person. When you started your time at Lowell High School as freshmen, no one could have predicted that most of you would be completing your senior year remotely due to a global pandemic. But you've persevered, and I know that each and every one of you are leaving Lowell High School with the knowledge, skills, and experiences you need to be successful wherever you are heading next, whether it's entering college, starting an exciting new job, or serving in the military. Now I know no one comes to graduation excited to hear a long speech from the superintendent, and the best advice anyone ever gave me when speaking was to remember 3 things: be bright, be brief, and be gone. Since this is a graduation ceremony, in order to be bright, in your speech, you're supposed to share a quote from a famous author or philosopher. So for the class of 2021, I have a message from the great poet Ice Cube, who says, Don't worry about being a star. Worry about doing good work. Create your own path. Hone your talent. Be ready to show your talent, and don't doubt yourself. I'm going to make sure I'm brief by ending my remarks here, but before I'm gone, let me say it one more time. Congratulations, class of 2021. Today is your day. Celebrate with your family and friends. Cherish your memories from Lowell High School. Your dreams are within reach. Remember, Lowell High School is a family, and while you are now leaving your time as a student, I hope you view your school as part of your extended family and continue to come back to visit your teachers and classmates and serve your community. The class of 2021 will always hold a special place in my heart. I'm going to miss you in the halls of Lowell High, but I know there is greatness in every one of you, and I'm excited to see all that you accomplish in this world. The future is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Boyd. At this time, Mayor John Leahy will now address the class of 2021.
Good day, class of 2021. I am humbled to be here today and deliver words of congratulations on behalf of the City of Lowell and me. This year, in pursuit of your educational goals, you have endured so much to arrive here. By every standard, 2021 has been an extremely difficult year, especially for those of you who have missed milestones and traditions such as senior proms, athletic seasons, and ceremonies that will never be replaced. Each of you should be very proud of your perseverance and your accomplishments throughout these trying times. Whether your future includes work, the military, college, or another path, I hope you can look back to your diploma as proof of your ability to communicate, adapt, and learn. Now, if there's one message I could give you to keep forever, it is that all of you here today have the tall task of holding yourselves to a higher standard than those who came before you. This current crisis has served as an unfortunate reminder that there are many in our country and around the world who look to their own interests before the well-being of others. Today, I challenge all of you to be better. No matter where you're from or where you may go, the world needs you to strive to be better than the average. We all must be better. Not necessarily smarter or stronger or louder, but more compassionate, more impartial, and more kind. I say this because I have faith in you that you can do this. Your generation is more connected and empathetic than any before you. This is not an easy charge, but it applies to each and every one of you, no matter where you are headed in life. I wish you happiness and success as you take the first steps to your next adventure. Remember the core values of Lowell High School: responsibility, integrity, determination, engagement, and respect. It will serve you well wherever your future brings you. I leave you now with the wise words of Nelson Mandela: it is in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. And a special thanks to Mayor Kim Janey for joining us tonight. Much success, congratulations, and go get 'em. Thank you, class of 2021.
Thank you very much, Mayor Leahy. At this time, I would like to introduce our commencement speaker, Mr. Brian Martin. Mr. Martin grew up in the Highland section of Lowell and has spent his career in public service to the city that he loves. He has served the city as a city councilor, mayor, assistant manager, and city manager. Brian also worked as interim president and general manager of the Lowell Lock Monsters of the American Hockey League and as a district director and senior advisor in economic development for Congressman Nicky Tsongas. Perhaps his greatest contribution to the city was his time as the head of school of Lowell High School. I am honored to introduce the former head of school. He has also been instrumental in developing the mission and vision of Project Learn, a valuable partner of Lowell High School. A full bio of Mr. Martin will be on the back of your program for your review. At this time, I present Mr. Brian Martin.
Congratulations, class of 2021. I salute every single one of you and your families and the tremendous faculty, staff, and administrators at Lowell High School for navigating your way through this last year plus of your education in the midst of a global pandemic. Who could ever imagine that you would have spent the end of your junior and most of your senior year taking all your courses online, even physical education? It is something you will never forget, something you'll tell your kids someday. And I am so impressed by how all of you navigated this difficult, sometimes scary, and always challenging time and arrived here at your high school graduation despite all the obstacles that you faced. It must feel good to be getting back to some sense of normalcy. And to all of you and the rest of our community, healthcare professionals, first-line responders, and all the essential workers, a great big thank you to all of you. To the graduates and your families, thank you for making Lowell High School your high school. When I served at the Lowell High School head of school, people would often ask me, what are Lowell High School students like? I would say there's no typical student. Everyone is unique, everyone brings a different story with them, but they all share many of the same hopes and dreams for a bright future, like every other generation of graduates that came before them. For over 190 years, students who have come to Lowell High School have followed different paths to get here, in some cases incredibly difficult paths to get to this stage. And when you leave this evening with your diploma in hand, your path will continue with all the twists and turns of your life that will shape who you will become. It's all still in front of you. Your story is waiting to be written. You're still at the beginning. Make it an interesting one, as unique as each one of you are. Tonight is a major milestone in your life. As a high school graduate, you are now considered an adult, and the world will hold higher expectations of you than was the case while you were in high school. I recently read a book by Diane von Furstenberg, a fashion designer who was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame, which was created to honor women who changed the course of history. There may be one or more young women sitting here tonight who will find themselves in this Hall of Fame someday. Who knows? The book is titled Own It. In it, Furstenberg writes that owning it is the secret to life. Owning it means assuming responsibility for your part in everything you do, accepting truth and reality instead of pretending others to make yourself feel better. She also suggests that empathy, the ability to put yourself in other people's shoes, to feel and understand other people's experiences, is the most important quality any of us can develop and practice, because it nurtures compassion and kindness in other people. If we all accept responsibility for ourselves and our own actions and show empathy to the people whose lives we come in contact with, we could really change the world to be a kinder, better place. So this is my wish for you, class of 2021. As you start on your adult journey, own it and show empathy. Don't just see things from your own perspective. Try to understand how other people are experiencing the world. Get out there and make this world a better place for your generation and for the generations that will come after you. As someone much wiser than I once said, be the change you want to see in the world. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and thank you for the honor of speaking to you tonight.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martin. I also look forward to working with you as a new principal. I will rely on your mentorship moving forward. Thank you very much. We also have the privilege of sharing a message from Boston Mayor Kim Janey. I would like to thank Mayor Leahy for connecting us to the Mayor of Boston, the first female African-American mayor in Boston's history. Here's a brief message.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. I'm Kim Janey, Mayor of Boston, and I'm so proud of you. Your inspiring strength and resilience is what made this day possible. You are truly the superheroes of 2021. My hope for you as you venture into the world is that you wear your strength and resilience like a cape. Let it carry you to the highest of heights and remind you of your purpose as you pursue your future endeavors. The COVID pandemic made your senior year unforgettable. I understand it brought pain and loss to many of us. And as we remember those we've lost, let us also mark this time as the beginning of healing and renewal. As a graduate of 2021, you are resilient, you are strong, and you've overcome despite the unprecedented challenges we've all faced this past year. And as you celebrate your graduation day, Know that your learning will continue, and so will your achievements. I wish you a bright, healthy, and happy future. Congratulations.
What a great message. I think this is the time that we've all been waiting for. The time to get started with the presentations of diplomas and certificates. To the Lowell School Committee and Mayor John Leahy, at this time it is my distinct pleasure as the head of school at Lowell High School to present to you the students of the class of 2021 and further to certify that those receiving a diploma have successfully met the requirements of graduation as prescribed by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and as mandated by the Lowell School Committee. Therefore, I ask you, Mayor Leahy, to join me on stage to recognize and congratulate each member of the class of 2021. And we will begin with the C House. I would invite Dr. Vehar to come to the podium to present to the C House.
Congratulations. Congratulations, class of 2021. Congratulations to my beautiful, amazing, awesome C House. I would like to invite Audrey D'Souza, our Carney medalist. Luis Raúl Raudales, Carney medalist. Diomairi Rodriguez, senator. I would like to invite Juan Perez. Tabasan Niasi. And now, Anders Abedi, Ajo Serwa Ajipong, Mariana Alvarez, Asha Anaya, Carael Joel Atiles Antuna, Zuri Barrios, Sheila Barros Coimbra, Diana Lisbeth Batista, Adam Francis Betty, Justin Vito, Amara Sophia Crystal Bosch, Julia Catherine Breen, Hao Jackie Bui, Hui Tam Bui, Nicole Bulla, Patrick James Burns, Carolina Vieira Cabral, Ramfi Bienvenido Cáceres Medrano, Ayeres Jason Capetilio Santiago. Rana Caputo de Moraes. Carla Carvajal. Alexa Michelle Carolan. Christina Chan. Tyler Razaray Chanlayen. Malia Soria Chapal. Kayla Mackenzie Shepard. Kaylin Chartier. Christopher Mara Chia. Felix Jovan Chia. Sky Hen Chia. Watanag Chia. Sophie Lida Chung. Sophie Nida Chung. Jeremy Yang Chung. Paige Judy Comtois. Kevin Jude Conley. Linesca Cordero. Keegan Michael Cody. Diana Elizabeth Cruz. Jacob Cuevas. Isabella Ferreira Marquez da Silva. Kathleen Lorraine da Silva. Donald Owen da Costa. Kelly Dam. Melody Dang. Maria Eduarda de Melo Resendi. Pooja Kaushik Desai. Shivan Nitin Kamur Desai. Jacob Joseph Desmond. Audrey May de Sousa. Chingwa Deep. Jonathan and Anthony De Giovanni. Takira Downs. Brady James Rakulakis. Brendan Sela Dool. Keyon Lewis Evans. Guy Andrew Ali Fields Aim. Manuela Finori. John Jack Quentin Flood. Victoria Angelica Flores. Xavier Luis Freitas. Rob Bobby Louis Gallant. Melissa Gomes. Brandon Michael Grace. Christabel Jocelyn Grimaldi. Paul Grew. Jennifer Beatriz Guamang. Sarah Peshwar Saeed Hakari. Ashiri Handatu Haris Handi. Jacob Derek Harquist. Alisa Samaraita Ho. Ethan Joseph Hoey. Jadon Romeo Hort. Moiling Eve. Elizabeth Naomi Wambi Jaward. O'Neill Jose Jimenez Matos. Lihur Kim. Ujima Khan. Estasia Ruby Lally. Congratulations. Lena Lamb. Jose Alejandro Lara, Enzo Geronimo Levati, Edwin Alexander Manuel Lopez, Liner Louis Luna, Jeremy William Landrigan, Mia Elizabeth Lee, Karen Kathleen McDonald, Ayan Abdi Muhammad, Savannah Mann, Pierce Thomas Marfield, Nicholas Matthew McCabe, Allison Elizabeth McLean, Michelle Mejia, Abigail Rose Mitchell, Madison Sky Morneau, Emma Pearl Morrison, Alicia Rashana Muth, Ravik Srang Noon, Cindy V. Nguyen, Honti Tri Nguyen, Vivian Nguyen, Nikki Nin, Skylar Daniel Normandy, Jamie Noom, Ludmila Nunez de Sousa, Jennifer Nikan, Derek Ocasio Perez, Ares Danilo Ocker, Emilia Chidera Oyenejo, Eric Javier Ortiz, Narialine Rota Ospina, Sochera Uc, Bernardo Pancine Romay, Het Jinisbhai Patel, Keya Narish Kumar Patel, Alicia Kanika Peng, Alexia Nicole Perrin, Victoria Petralia Sanchez, Sinith Stephen Pang, Tyrell Sanang Peng, Tyrone Nak Peng, Cheng Kai Pin, Thomas Luz Pin, M. Prum, Genesee Ramos, Ariana Elaine Rios, Javier Rivera, Nisa Lania Rivera, Branley Joel Rodriguez Montero, Diomairi Rodriguez, Bronte Emily N. Ryan Andrews, Calais Vichara Sam, Jancy Vladimir Santa Veltre, Donovan Rax Mesar, Lassa Lazarus Sar, Soklin Sek, Samantha Lina Singh, Gerald Augusto Shepard de Jesus, Ana Lenny Scrackers, Jalei Diamond Solier, Carlos Alberto Soto Castillo, Jalen Van Soon Kun, Steven Sepuya, Sogden Tien, Angel Buna Ting, Anthony Tepp, Kyle Justin Thomas, Kayla Tong, Sava Tiperdisi, Sogwia Sarin Touch, Sonita Upradi, Anthony Luis Vega, Leland Otello Verdier, Erica Gabrielle Victor, Marie Ender Vincent, Colin James Wilkie, Asia Ancora Yang, Bernard Ethan Yu. The last but not least, Wilson Yekinu. Congratulations, class of 2021, Seek House. I love you and good luck. Now I would like to introduce to Mrs. Megan McLaughlin, Director of the Career Academy.
Love Douglas. Zachary Hickey. Kiara Lee Jimenez Alicea. Alex Isaiah Laporte. Aaliyah Yanis Lopez. Sade Munoz. And Engagement Center graduate Jasmine Tim.
Okay, D-House, let's go. Senior, Class Vice President, Emmanuel Wapo. Senior Class Treasurer, Osiadigban and Agbury. D-House, line up, we're ready. Danja Abreu Murillo. Olivia Adams. Brendan Allen. Ingrid L. Senna. James Apaya. Prince Asamoah. Thin Thing Ong. Amara Avula. Isadora Barros. Julie Battisti. Luis Batista Lopez. Cody Bell. Pranjal Bhagat. Ashley Bovier. Sierra Bovier. Kenny Bonney. Nathan Bouchard. Lily Boucher. Kimsek Bun. Maradi Bun. Shannon Bunthy. Savannah Cameron. Amy Carabas. Allison Carabas. Courtney Clegg. Brendan Curran. Luma De Silva. Richard De Silva Pereira. Ashley De Oliveira. Luke Deschanel. George Dristolaris. Jiahor Dung. Sophia Legbedy. Daniel Farah. Aiden Finn. Jacqueline Floro. Jaden Fornia. Maria Franco Silva. Gabrielle Fuller. Antonasia Garcia. Zanaya Glass. Jakari Glenn. Thanks, buddy. Isabel Gomes Silva. Rachel Goncalves. Elizandora Guerrero. Selena Guerrero. Janam Gurung. Samuela Hadu. Marina Heng. Sotirith Heng. Evelyn Hernandez Chene. Jasmine Hole. Ava Anuzu. Savian Jean. Fitzgerald Jordan. Edmire Acabia. Consopiri Kang. Krishna K. Nathan Kem. Iva Keo. Casper Kung. Kaylee Kin. Kang Kim. Shella Kim. William King. Cynthia Kun. Prosea Kong. Wei Ling Koi. Hakeem Kusad. Aria Lamb. Kathy Lamb. Candace LaRoe. Jennifer Leonardo Garcia. Angelia Liang. Ezekiel Lopez. Inelise Lopez. Luis Lopez. Venelise Laura. Gisette Luna. Destiny Lunn. Isabella Lutz. Conga Lee. Dante Tavon Lee. John Mahoney. Judah Mao. Isabella Marston. Caitlin McNamara. Megan McTeague. Victor Mean. Justin Men. Nydia Men. Moses Mercado. Preston Munn. Bridget Monahan. Angie Morales Rivera. Calvin Morales. Deli Nate Mung. Sophie Muth. Haley Muse. Veronica Munez Valiz. Serena Nam. Trisha Nguyen. Andrew Nebb. Timothy Nicholson. Malachi Nunn. Michael Oakes. Ash Ortel. Ingrid Oliveria Ramos. Ricky Ortiz. Maylee Pacheco. Johnson Padachit Ki, Drashti Patel, Kushi Patel, Mew Pa, Amy Peng, Kathleen Perez Flores, Natalie Perez, Dylan Pham, Maggie Phillips, Kenneth Falk, Kiana Prawn, Zara Pirati, Daisy Quindy Solano, Charles Ryder, Kaisna Rios Montalvo, Kayana Rivera, Christian Robles, Carlos Rodriguez, Janali Rodriguez, Sofia Rodriguez, Sanaya Rom Baez, Jonathan Santos, Ethan Sharum, Abigail Savoy, Soria Sieng, Dylan Seck, Kyle Shanahan, Amanda Sithavan, Christopher Soils, Sandra Sopaf, Maniratha Sauer, Katiana Sorn, Sak Menli Sov, Sean Spring, Declan Sullivan, Destiny Sun, Devin Tang, Camille Texera de Cavallo, Prathna Tay, Terry Tith, Giacang Tu, Eliana Torres, Evan Tu, Zarek Vega, Erica Verduga, Julia Vicente, Anna Walker, Kaylee Wallace, Hunter Williams, Ellie Yan, Marvin Yang, Meili Yu, and Andy Zhang. Congratulations, D-House class of 2021.
At this time, I would like all of our graduates to stand. Graduates, please stand. And at this time, you may move your tassel from right to left. As the music plays, we ask that the graduates exit the park the same way you came in. A reminder that we were here, we got this through. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you for our guests for joining us for this very special ceremony. And once again, congratulations to the class of 2021. Have a great evening.
Erica!